all eyes are now on the verdict of the Rouse Avenue Court. The court has reserved its order in Arvind Kejriwal's case, and it is expected to come out any minute now. But like I said, the judges have said it's taking quite some time to type out the order. Meanwhile, AAP Minister Gopal Rai has addressed media and said that AAP workers will be gheraoing Prime Minister Modi's residence on the 26th of March to register protest against Arvind Kejriwal's arrest. Kejriwal, who was arrested last night in the money laundering case in connection with the Delhi Excise Policy scam, was produced in Rouse Avenue Court by the ED, which has sought 10 days of remand for further questioning. The ED has levied big allegations against the Chief Minister, claiming that Kejriwal is in fact the kingpin of the Delhi Excise Policy scam. Whether those arguments will now hold true in the eyes of the courts remains to be seen. Taking this conversation forward, I have with me Savio Rodriguez of the BJP, Shubh Malhotra of the Aam Aadmi Party, Vineet Goenka, political analyst, with us as well, Ashutosh Sharma, political analyst, also joining us in just a short while from now. Let me begin with Vineet Goenka, if I may. Vineet Goenka, as far as the optics of the entire situation are concerned, who are the optics really favouring at this point in time, as per you?
Devika ji, Ram Ram to you, Ram Ram to all my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching me right now. Before I answer your question, people who are watching this show should know that when it was the peak of COVID, that is in 2021, when citizens of Delhi were suffering, the Chief Minister, his Deputy Chief Minister and his henchmen were busy formulating this policy called as liquor policy. And in this policy, they did a lot of scandal. One of the small scandal which I should highlight in front of the audience who are here, there was a tender been floated for the airport zone. In this tender, there was an earnest deposit money of around 30 crore rupees. The applicants to the tender floated the tender, they fouled the tender, and as per the rule, the money should have been forfeited. Arvind Kejriwal chose to refund the money without any procedure of the tenders. And this was clear violation of the procedures been laid for the tender. And same way, he has reduced the age of drinking, he has increased the number of shops, number of hours of the sale. He chose to do away with the practice of testing the liquor by agencies and gave this right to the wholesaler. Now, who on the earth will certify his own liquor as to be not correct? So I think probably Arvind Kejriwal knew what he is doing. He was involved, and people of Delhi right now are waiting for the judge to announce that he has been arrested and given justice.
Okay, Shubh Malhotra, how do you respond to that?
Well, I feel like laughing, although it's a very difficult day for Aam Aadmi Party, but I don't know how in this panel itself that we have decided that justice has been delivered. I think it is close to being contempt of court, but still I would like to state that this is probably the first so-called ghotala, because it are actually just allegations. We keep on referring to it as scam and scandal and whatever, but it's all just allegation, because zero money trail has been found till now, which is something that the courts have pointed out with respect to Manish Sisodia, with respect to Sanjay Singh and all other accused in this so-called scam, but it's actually just allegations. Even after 15 months of investigation by more than 500 officers in case where raids in over 1,000 locations and no money trail has been found. But one thing that I would like to, tell you, Deepika, which is going to decimate this entire case in front of you, and this is for your viewers also, that the only money trail that is validly visible in the liquor scam, so-called liquor scam, is actually the money trail that can be traced to Bharatiya Janata Party. Because Kejriwal ji, now listen to this, Kejriwal ji was arrested on the basis of statement of an approver, Sarat Chandra Chatterjee, who runs Aurobindo Pharma. At the time of his arrest, this Sarat Chandra Chatterjee, he became a key witness against Kejriwal ji as of now. But at that time, he made an immediate donation in the tune of crores to BJP through electoral bonds. Then he agrees to turn approver and further on implicate Kejriwal ji. Incidentally, he applies for medical bail for some lower back pain or something. Surprisingly, ED does not oppose it also. This is after the money has exchanged hands as electoral bonds with Bharatiya Janata Party, and the bail is granted. So it is evident that this company, Aurobindo Pharma, which is being investigated by Enforcement Directorate, whose accounts have been freezed under PMLA, and which is connected to the so-called liquor scam, has transferred money to the Bharatiya Janata Party via electoral bonds, and the BJP spokesperson is answerable on this respect, that how have they accepted this money and what is their involvement in the liquor scam.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you, Shubh, in just a moment. Savio, you've heard the allegation that's been made by the Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, this is a new aspect that I've been hearing of since morning today. How does the Bharatiya Janata Party then respond to this?
Well, let me answer Shubh, because she's a very articulate lady, and obviously personal opinions kept aside. Let's stick to the facts of it. The facts of the matter is, when she said the Supreme Court or there is no money trail, she needs to go back to the wordings of the Supreme Court when it said that tentatively established a money trail of 338 crores.
Tentatively.
Right? That is, yeah. So are you saying that the Supreme Court, in its wisdom, cannot use the word tentatively established?
Can I answer that?
Shubh, I'll give you the opportunity.
Yeah, I would like to answer that, because today's Supreme Court also...
Okay, Shubh, I'll give you the opportunity.
Yeah, he asked me, so I replied. Yeah.
The second point of what she has raised with regards to the electoral bonds. Now, personally, I am not authorized to speak on it because I am not the spokesperson of the BJP. I am a leader who supports the BJP. But let me tell you my view as a concerned citizen and as a journalist. I think if leaders, political or otherwise, activists, think that there is something questionable that has happened in the electoral bonds, then they have the rights to approach the courts to seek the remedy and the justice that is required based on the allegations that they have made. And I think Shubh and the team and everybody else in the opposition, whoever has a problem with it, can approach. But since I'm not in authority to speak on it, it is a subject that I'd not like to comment on. But let's come to the main thing. You know, Shubh, and I'm telling you this as a friend, because I was one of the supporters of the India Against Corruption. Okay? And I'm actually fascinated with some of the people that were a part of the Aam Aadmi Party and some of the people back in my state in Goa as well. But when there is a money trail, when ED, an investigative authority of repute, brings about allegations which talks about AAP candidates receiving cash from the Aam Aadmi Party to be distributed during an election, to be fought, used to fight an election, then there are questions raised, because of the 100 crore kickbacks that were given, 45 crores reportedly was utilized for the Goa elections. And these are facts that have come out across media by ED information that has gone out. So
okay.
I would like
Savio,
to ask
the caveat there is that this is an allegation, once again, by the Enforcement Directorate.
Of course. And Enforcement Directorate's job is to investigate.
Yes.
And when they make these statements, they go to court. Which is what I'm asking Shubh and the rest of the Aam Aadmi Party. Is not the court the only option to the remedy to what you consider to be a witch hunt? Now the ED summoned Arvind Kejriwal. Wouldn't the most appropriate thing to be done was to attend to that? Is Arvind Kejriwal different from a common person? In fact, on another earlier show, I was in discussion with somebody who supported the Aam Aadmi Party, and he says no. He actually said, the people are different and Arvind Kejriwal is different. I said, what do you mean by that? I mean, we are talking about Aam Aadmi Party that came on the principle of a common man's political party, right? So the summons were given to him. Would not the right thing to do to send the right message to the larger audience have been to attend the summons? Right now, it's also an investigation. It's an investigation based on allegations and information that has been corroborated by people who have already been arrested, right? They have gone to court on cases of Manish Sisodia and the others. Have the court granted them relief? Why has the court not granted them relief? Because there could be substantial evidence that brings reasonable doubt for the court also not to agree with bail or release of them. And that is the point the country needs to understand, that the courts of law and investigation is a process. Nobody is saying Arvind Kejriwal is guilty. Am I saying that? But if the ED is calling him a kingpin, They have a moral responsibility in the court of law to say he's a kingpin. And I, as a citizen, will go by what the authority is saying.
Okay. All right. Shubh, I'll let you respond to that.
Yeah, so I mean, ED changes kingpins probably as frequently as a common person changes their clothes every other day. The last I heard, Manish Sisodia was supposed to be the kingpin. So I don't know how suddenly Arvind Kejriwal, how can there be two kingpins in a case? And why? Of course, I'll tell you. Now, Manish Sisodia, what they do, they make somebody kingpin, accuse somebody of being kingpin, arrest them, and then dethrone them from being kingpin because they have to arrest another person and make them kingpin. So that is what has happened. And the same line, same modus operandi in Manish Sisodia's case. Now, a very important point with respect to law taking its own course has been raised by, I don't know, now BJP has not sending their spokesperson in this particular matter. So it speaks for itself, how on a very low ground they are with respect to what they have to say. But we all know that Manish Sisodia has been in jail for the last 1 year. And still, his trial hasn't started. Today, even Honorable Supreme Court, now I want the audience, your audience, to listen to this very carefully. Today, even the Honorable Supreme Court has taken a strong stance on Enforcement Directorate's continuous practice of keeping accused in jail endlessly without trial, just keeping on filing supplementary charge sheets so that the accused cannot get a bail. It was not, so it is a practice. The Supreme Court also did not mention any name. The Supreme Court also did not mention any name. Let me complete. I listened to you patiently. Let's be patient. बरगलाइए नहीं, आपका स्पोक्सपर्सन नहीं है, बरगलाइए नहीं, आप स्पोक्सपर्सन नहीं है, तो आपका मौका मिलेगा, बरगलाइए नहीं. अरे, do not get agitated. We are sophisticated people, aren't we? So let me continue.
Okay, all right.
But his trial has not started.
One second.
This is exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to interrupt me in this very important point. He wanted to interrupt me. So let me just complete this important. It is a blot on the face of Enforcement Directorate that today the Supreme Court itself has pulled them up and said that you cannot say trial will not commence unless investigation is not complete. You are keeping these people. You cannot keep on filing supplementary charge sheets similar to what has happened in Manish Sisodia's case, and the person is in jail without trial, without any evidence. And this person...
Vineet Goenka, okay. Shubh, you've made your point, and fair enough. Vineet Goenka, the fact that Manish Sisodia been in jail for over 12 months now, Satyendra Jain behind bars, several AAP leaders behind bars at this point in time. Why is it, a lot of people ask then a simple question, why is it that 2 months before the national election is slated to take place is when the Enforcement Directorate begins sending the summons to Mr. Kejriwal and has now arrested Mr. Kejriwal, when the investigation has been on for a very long time? If in 1.5 years, it has taken the investigation agency 1.5 years to find solid proof against the kingpin of the scam.
Thank you for asking for this question. And Ms. Shubh, misquoted me by saying that justice has been done. I said justice should be done. So, Shubh, please listen to the common man.
So let's not get nitpicky.
Yeah, so one is that. Number two is Manish Sisodia, Sanjay Singh, Satyendra Jain, Amanatullah Khan, Tahir Hussain, Somnath ji, Singla ji. I can go on to the list. Now, either the court is also part of the entire controversy or the conspiracy which is hatching against Aam Aadmi Party, or courts understand that there is something which is more than what meets the eye, and so they are denying the bail. Now, the bail is not denied by you, me, or somebody else, but by the court. So, if she's making an allegation why they have been kept in the jail, then the judge and the judiciary of this country is being questioned by them. Having said so, she has yet to answer my question. When the entire Delhi was suffering in COVID 2021, what was the hurry of making this policy? A? B, my very pointed question. Why did you refund the earnest deposit money of 30 crore rupees plus to the faulty tenderer in the case of liquor? Number 3, why did you increase the shops, put the shops next to temple, next to gurudwaras, next to girjaghars and next to schools? 4, why did you reduce the age of drinking? 5, is it true that Arvind Kejriwal knew that this is happening? My simple question to you as a common man. Last is what, don't you ever feel ashamed of seeing yourself in the mirror that the same party which came on the plank of being honest, and you used to say that if somebody has been blamed, they should immediately resign and wait for the judges to come back. अगर I remember Arvind Kejriwal telling कि मेरा कोई सगा नहीं, अगर मनीष तुमने कोई गलती की तो तुमको जेल जाना पड़ेगा, मैंने कोई गलत किया तो मैं तुम्हारा सगा नहीं, मुझे जेल जाना पड़ेगा. Why is the Aam Aadmi Party not standing to its stand of clear, corrupt, non-corrupt government? The last one more point, Shubhji. Is it true that there is an infight between the cadre of the Aam Aadmi Party की अरविंद केजरीवाल जेल जाने का तो मुख्यमंत्री कौन बनेगा? 2-3 नाम तो मेरे पास भी आए हैं.
Okay. All right. Shubhrata, respond to that, and then I want to bring in Ashutosh Sharma as well.
Yeah, so during COVID times, let me just remind, and to the people of Delhi also, that Arvind Kejriwal was busy in
Making
the
this
Supreme
policy.
Court in the relax. Arvind
I will not
Kejriwal,
relax,
relax.
because-
Relax.
One more
I
thing.
am answering your
With one
question.
question.
No,
One
he
question.
has asked. He has
One
asked.
question.
He has asked. I have listened to you patiently.
I'm gonna-
I have listened to you patiently.
Okay.
I should be given the time to
Okay, I'm going to
relax.
request everyone. Yes. Let's calm.
Yeah, relax.
Let's all calm down. And Shubh, okay, fine.
Yeah, let me answer very quickly.
Shubh,
okay?
the moment you
The
say,
Prime Minister does not tell you, how can
you have to
yeah.
hear me. The moment you say relax, people get really triggered. Okay, this is that's
So you should
online.
stop him from interrupting me and triggering me.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I understand
Yes.
your point. All
I
I'm
hope
saying
that is under. Again, he
Yes.
is doing it.
Yes.
Again, he is doing it. Again,
All
he is
I'm
doing
saying
it.
is,
Why should I
let's
trigger
not
you, ma'am?
interrupt each
Let
other.
me,
Let's not
I think you also are a resident of Delhi. I don't know how you look at yourself in the mirror, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You should spit on your face,
I'm
knowing
a-
that you are also a resident of Delhi,
Shubh,
and the same
what
Arvind
is this
Kejriwal
language
was
that you're
busy.
using? That's no.
He
sorry.
told me ashamed. He told me that you should be ashamed of yourself. I am replying in his language. So I am just telling him that it is the
Yeah,
same
we all
Arvind
assume that
Kejriwal.
Mukhyamantri
It is the
is-
same
No, I'm sorry. I don't allow such language on
It is
my.
the same.
No, I'm sorry.
It is
Vineet
the same
Goenka,
Arvind
Shubh.
Kejriwal.
Shubh Malhotra, Vineet Goenka. No. I'm sorry.
Kejriwal who
No.
has gone to the Supreme Court trying to get
Shubh, you
oxygen.
need to please listen to me.
No, Shubh,
I understand that your mic is very close to your mouth and you're continuously talking over me as well. I'm going to request you, ma'am, firstly, let's not use the sort of words that we just have. The Aam Aadmi Party is in a major soup. This is an important platform for the Aam Aadmi Party to actually clear up what they claim is misinformation and allegations. The moment you start using this sort of language on a national television, it does not sit well with the viewer. Let me also inform you of that. That is
Okay.
my
Now
humble
can I-
suggestion, ma'am.
Don't do that, Shubh.
Yeah,
You are
fine.
a-
Now can I
you are a-
continue? Can I continue?
Don't do that.
Again, you're interrupting. So don't do that.
I'm not
please.
interrupting. I'm just saying that you
Yeah,
can.
you are saying and interrupting. So in any case, I am continuing that it is the same Aadmi Party where it was busy during COVID times. It was busy going to the Supreme Court to snatch oxygen from the hands of Bharatiya Janata Party, who was not giving oxygen for the citizens of Delhi. Your questions, number one, answered. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all related to policy. There is no ghotala or scam that is indicated in. If it is a policy discussion, then let us have a separate discussion about it. But it has nothing to do with the accusations that we are talking about right now. And finally, you're talking about some leadership crisis and everything. See, we are not a one-person party, okay? And we don't claim to be the world's largest party and 56 inch ka seena and ab ki baar 400 par, something like, something that dismisses the people of India. We don't do that. We believe in our work. We go to people with our governance. Our MLAs have outperformed Bharatiya Janata Party MPs in all parameters. So I think first you should look at your face in the mirror and try to think whether you should be ashamed of yourself for labeling these baseless things. And the second thing
I don't think
that
any of you need to be ashamed of yourselves because
Thank you.
It's an opinion, right? People
Exactly,
in this country are allowed
exactly.
to hold an opinion.
Yeah,
Okay,
there is a
sure,
way
if
of
you can-
communicating opinion.
Sure.
So, people
can
don't
I-
like it when
Sure,
it is
and I think
communicated to them in the same fashion.
Sure, and I think that
But the
I
second
think that
thing,
reflects that bodes well for both the panelists here. But one second,
Yeah.
Ashutosh Sharma has been listening in very patiently. Mr. Sharma, let me bring you to the conversation, sir. What do you make of what's currently happening in the national capital, and do you somewhere feel that this could possibly dent a very clean image that Arvind Kejriwal had cultivated for himself over the past few years?
Certainly. Things have been heaping up for last couple of years. The promises which were made to the citizens of Delhi, they are not being fulfilled. They have shown a rosy picture to the citizens of Delhi that they are going to do this. Nothing has been done. By visit of the First Lady of US to a school, which was made as a super model, do you think they have improved the standard of the school? Not at all. The schools are as bad as they were, or rather, they are in a worse condition as they were 10 years back. Number two, the Sharab Ghotala is one episode which has been exposed. Many more are in the pipeline. Many more things are going to be exposed in coming days. Comes to the development of Delhi, what is being done? See the pathetic condition of the Delhi roads, the transport system, what is being provided to the citizen of Delhi, and what good has it done? We have seen some progress during the time of Sheila Dikshit. When she was the chief minister, she did some work. Of course, some Ghotala was also at that time when the Commonwealth Games were held. Now, what is being done? I have been born and brought up in Delhi. I don't see any progress is being made in last 10 years. All these liquor vents, liquor shops, they've been opened near the schools or some temples, some religious places, hurting the sentiments of the people of Delhi. I don't see any progress in the capital of the largest democracy in the world. He showed just a couple of school buildings. They've been plastered, they've been painted. They say they have improved the standard of the school. The standard of the school will be improved when you provide better infrastructure to the teachers, to the students. What has been done? What progress are we facing? He's been taken into custody. Had he been a law-abiding citizen of Delhi or India, he should have accepted the summons and he should have responded. 9 summons were being served. On the 10th, the ED department, they asked few questions. After asking questions, then he was taken into custody. Now they applied in the Supreme Court for the bail. The CJI is constituted 3-bench judge, which is going to hear, and they will decide expeditiously. Now they are moving to the High Court or the Rouse Avenue Court for the bail. Today, the judgment has been reserved.
Yes.
It will come tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.